Hey, super excited to be with you. I wish I could be with you in person, but today is my daughter-in-law Andy's birthday and we are celebrating tonight. So here you go. I'm with you via video, and little disclaimer, I use my hands a lot. Today my hands happen to be orange because I was peeling turmeric, okay? So don't think I just got weird fingernails. It'll disappear in a few days, trust me. But as we're talking about birthdays, I bet next year on your birthday, you wanna see some growth, right? You wanna see where you have expanded your life and evolved. Could we use that word, evolved? And so I thought I'd just share with you for a few minutes how you can guarantee growth. I want to show you a guarantee growth plan. Okay, my mentor, John Maxwell, which I know Michelle's already shared a few quotes of his with you, but he's got this great quote and I love it. It is so true. Growth is the only guarantee that tomorrow will be better. And I know you want your tomorrow to be better, right? Okay, so as we're looking ahead to next year, as we're looking ahead to our next birthday, since we got birthday on our mind tonight, all right, we got to put a plan in place because you can hope to grow, but it ain't just gonna happen. I mean, look at the person next to you on the Zoom screen and say, hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. You can't just hope it will happen. You have to have a plan. Now I know that word plan scares people, right? Because they're thinking, oh my gosh, I gotta have the willpower to put a plan in place. Relax. I'm gonna show you right now, you don't need willpower. Willpower is not coming into this equation because here's what I know, willpower goes up and down. Willpower is even influenced by our hormones. Hello, if it's that time of the month, or maybe you're perimenopausal or menopausal, forget willpower. You can't rely on that. You don't need willpower. Isn't that good news? Here's what you need instead of willpower. You need a system. A system. And it's super easy to create a system. And you just take it one day at a time. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna decide that we're gonna implement a daily practice of growth. I know Pastor Michelle has talked about spiritual growth tonight, right? Reading our Bibles, surrounding ourselves with the right kind of people who can help you grow spiritually, and some other things in that realm. So let's talk about that, okay? So something as simple as reading our Bibles. Now, I think for me, that is the number one thing on my list, all right? I don't think, I know. It is number one. It is my priority. It is a non-negotiable part of my day. And ever since I was a teenager, I have read my Bible every day. And again, not because I had the willpower, because I created a system. It's a very simple system. So what you have to do first is just decide what you want. Do you want to read your Bible every day? I bet you do, right? So if you do, here's what we're going to do. We're going to decide when you want to read it, okay? When do you want to read your Bible? I read my Bible in the morning. Why? Because it's actually a morning cheat code. If you do your first priority things in the morning, there's more chance of you actually doing it. Because, if you wait till night, things get in the way. Distractions, kids, life happens, right? So that is why I choose to read my Bible in the morning. Now I know some people are night people and they want to read their Bible before they go to bed. Fine, okay? Here's a little motto I have used for decades, and it goes like this: no Bible, no bed, or no Bible, no breakfast. Now again, I read my Bible first thing in the morning, so for me, it's no Bible, no breakfast. That means if I don't read my Bible, I don't have breakfast. I know that sounds harsh, but that's how I prioritize my day. It's what I do first thing. Now there might be days I have my breakfast and my coffee with my Bible. There might be days I spend 2 hours in my Bible. That's not the norm, trust me. It's not like that all the time. Maybe when I'm on vacation, right? But for you, if you choose to read your Bible at night, you could say, no Bible, no bed. That means your head doesn't hit the pillow until you've read your Bible, okay? So get a motto like that in mind. That might be helpful. No Bible, no bed, no Bible, no breakfast. But here's the thing. You want to decide what you want, and then you want to decide how you're going to get it, okay? So for me, I have a rule of 5 every morning. I do 5 things every day. I read my Bible and some other books. I read, I think, I write, I work out, I pray, and I meditate. Those are my 5 things, and I do those every single day. Now, how can I pull that off? Because I made the decision a long time ago that those would be my 5 priorities every morning. Now, seasons may change, and those might not be my priorities or my rule of 5 in 10 years, but for right now, that's my rule of 5. That's what I do every day. I made the decision once, and now I just have to manage that every single day. That is my routine. Now, here's the cool thing. When you get in a rhythm and you begin to do this every day, it will become easier. Okay, it will. But I want you to just focus on one day at a time. One day at a time. That's all we're asking for. If you can get to 21 days, that's great. You're almost on your way to creating that habit in your brain. It actually changes the landscape of your brain. If you can get to 60 days, you are so on your way. If you can get to 90 days, 90 days is that spot where we know psychologically and biologically things will happen in your brain. Your brain will be transformed to a place where that is now your lifestyle. So if you can do it for 90 days, oh, look out. We're going to see tremendous growth, right? And here's a cool thing that's going to happen. You are going to become more confident. I have so many people come to me and say, where do you get your confidence from? How can I become more confident? Let me tell you, when you keep your commitments to not just other people, but when you keep your commitments to yourself, whoa, you become more confident. Why? Because you're in integrity with yourself. Come on now. You can make commitments to other people, and then if it doesn't happen, you come up with an excuse as to why it's not going to happen. But when you make a commitment to yourself, you can't make an excuse because you know yourself, right? You let yourself slide. So it's even more important when you can keep your commitments to yourself. That will amp up your confidence, because when you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, it creates a gap. You're falling out of integrity with yourself and other people. When you say you're going to do something and you do it, you close that gap and you begin to trust yourself because you know you keep your word. And so for me, that thing about reading my Bible every day and praying every day, that is so important to me. I don't think there's been a day I've missed in like the last 20 years, except one day in 1994. I had a baby early in the morning and I didn't read my Bible that morning. But that's a whole nother story, right? So listen, implement that, decide what you want, decide how you're gonna get it, and create a system around it. That's really as easy as it gets. You don't need willpower, you just need a system. Well, I hope that's been helpful, and I hope to see you guys Sunday.